and welcome to IAS Origin. So today we will be moving forward with the second series of temple architecture that is based on the Dravidian temples. Yes, before starting on to our topic, I would like to tell you that you can enroll with IAS Origin for prelims cum mains, where you will get live classes, weekly test, one-to-one mentorship session, unlimited recorded access of the classes, and a personalized strategy plan and timetable. So yes, now let's look into detail the features of the Dravidian temple. As I said in the Nagara also that Nagara temple are open from all sides. कोई compound के अंदर situated नहीं रहते हैं. Dravidian temples का यही एक striking feature रहता है that they are situated within a compound wall. For example, temple is here and a boundary is there with an elaborate gateway in the Dravidian temple. And the front has an entrance gateway in the center. And these gateways are termed as gopurams. Gopurams बहुत ही massive structure रहते हैं. And you can see in the Nagara temple, the temple is situated and no boundary is there. But in the South Indian temple, boundaries are there and the boundaries are at a larger distance from the main shrine. The reason being South India में temples सिर्फ worship के लिए नहीं but cultural activities के लिए भी use होते थे. Be it dancing, be it singing, be it art and architecture. So all these cultural activities were also carried out in the Dravidian temples of the south. As a result, they have a huge compound situated near the temple. The shape of the main temple tower is known as Vimana. Now, when we talk about Shikhar, जो शिखर था in North Indian temples में, that is termed as Vimana in South Indian temple. And Shikhar was pointed towards a particular point. Curving था, यहाँ पे pyramidal रहता है. Shikhar is pyramidal in form of stepped. That is known as Vimana. And it was geometrical in shape. So that is the feature of the South Indian temple. Also in South Indian temple, word Shikhara is used, but that is for the crowning element. शिखर के ऊपर जो crowning element रहता था, which we used to call it Amalaka, that is known as शिखर in the South Indian temple and it is mainly octagonal in shape. वहाँ पे circular shape का रहता था, mainly lotus petals were found. Here it is octagonal in shape. Also fierce Dwarpalas are being there as the doorkeepers on the entrance of Garbhagriha है. North India के temple पे गर्भगृह के बाद यमुना गंगा were depicted as deities, but here the fierce Dwarpalas or the doorkeepers are there. This is a difference. Okay. Next is we find a common large water reservoir. Water reservoir एक unique feature है सारे के सारे Dravidian temples का. As I said, not just for worship but for cultural activities. As a result, water reservoir might be used for drinking purposes and other purposes. That is why it is always found in the Dravidian temples. At some of the most sacred temples in South India, the main temple, which is a Garbhagriha, is situated in the smallest towers. Now, Nagara temple में जैसे जैसे time आता गया, sculptures बढ़ते गए, population बढ़ती गई, the Garbhagriha or the main deity came to be placed under the tallest tower. But South India में आज भी main deities are placed under the smallest tower. Okay, so this is a difference. Here you can see the picture of the Dravidian temple. This is a Garbhagriha where the main deity is being situated. Now this is a Shikhar. Shikhar over there was like this. Here it is pyramidal. Okay, here it is pyramidal and there is also carvings. Sculptures बने हुए हैं इस पे on these walls. So this is a Vimana and on the top of Vimana जहाँ अमलका रहता था, this octagonal shape is the Shikhar and the crowning element Dhwaj or the flag is there. Now here Mandapa is very large. The hall where worshippers pay the tribute to the deity, that is very long and this is the Gopuram. Now here as I said, compound is very large for the cultural activities. So these are the massive structure of the Dravidian temple. Now here the northern temple is being depicted and the southern temple. You can see बहुत सारे सब्सिडरी श्राइन्स हैं शिखर्स. यर 3 मंडपा, सबके ऊपर एक शिखर है, बट यर मंडपा इज नॉर्मल, उसके ऊपर कोई शिखर नहीं रहता है. मंडपा इज फ्लैट रूफ्ड. ओके, एंड ओनली Vimana is found over the Garbhagriha, but here over all three. So this is a major difference and another difference is the Gopurams or the gateways. Now when we talk about classification, this is something to be learned about. The 5 different shapes, you need to memorize it, that they are rectangular in shape, also known as Shala or Ayat Shara. Square shape are known as Kuta and the Katursara. and the elliptical one are known as Gaja Prishta, as the name suggests, elephant backed, also known as Vityata. Next is a vegan vaulted shape temples. They are known as Spidal Chetras and are called the Nasi. Now these are some of the things which you need to rote memorize it, but they are not very important, just the classification. Next is the circular or Vitara and the octagonal shape or the Ashtasara. These were the classification. Now we will come on to the contribution of various dynasty. When we talk about the Dravidian temple, major contribution रहा है Pallava and Chola dynasty का. You might have heard of Brihadishwara temple, Shore temple, all these. When we talk about Pallava dynasty, Mahendravarman and the son Narsimvarman were the great patrons of art and architecture. When we talk about the old temples of Pallava, they were variously called as Rathas. वहाँ पे जो मंडपा रहता था, they were called as Rathas. And the most famous Pancharatha you might have heard, Pancharatha in the shore temples of Mahabalipuram or Mamallapuram are the example of these Pallava architecture. And with time, these Rathas and Mandapas developed and the great temples were built, like the shore temple at Mahabalipuram, probably in the reign of Narasimhan II, also known as Rajasima. So shore temple is one of the classic example of the Pallava architecture. Here you can see this is a picture of a shore temple. Here water reservoir is there, okay, and here 3 shrines are there. 2 shrines are dedicated to Lord Shiva. They are east and west facing, okay, one is east facing, one is west facing, and 1 shrine is dedicated to Vaishnavite saint or the Vishnu deity, and total 3 with a water reservoir and a large compound. This is a shore temple of Mahabalipuram. Next is a contribution of the Chola dynasty. When we talk about Chola dynasty, stone came to be used in their construction. When we talk about the architecture, they followed the basic architecture that was followed during the time of Pallava rulers, and they gained refinement along with the time, and the stone became a predominant material for the construction of the temple, and gopurams became more prominent. What is a striking feature of Chola is that they have a massive structure. बहुत ही बड़े बड़े structures को create करते थे. Be it gopurams, gopuram इतने large massive रहते थे that they have built the tallest and the biggest temples of India. Okay, for example, the Vimanas attained a greater grandeur during the Chola period. Example, the temple tower of Brihadishwara temple is 66 meter. Now, when we talk about Brihadishwara temple, you can see this Vimana element has been elaborately carved. बहुत सारी carvings हैं उसमें, and it is very tall. So this is all about the Chola dynasty, where massive structures are being created, be it Kailashnath temple or the Brihadishwara temple of Tanjore. All these are some of the specific temple architecture which have contributed to the beauty of India and added to its art and architecture. So that was all about the Dravidian architecture. Hope you liked the video. In the next video, we will be coming forward with the other type of temple architecture with the east and the hilly states. Do like and comment, and for more such videos, subscribe to our channel IAS Origin. Thank you.